we would like to define the toString methods in different classes, just like what we did for the equals method. Again, we're going to start with the bottom level there, account. Okay, let me keep this in mind. We're going to be account, okay, ID and balance, okay. So first of all, go to the account class there, and we're going to redefine the toString method there. Public string to string, okay, takes no argument there. So now, what about we do, let's try to practice using the string buffer, okay, so string buffer here, and SB equals new string buffer, initially just empty, and then eventually we'd like to return the string representation for SB. So return SB. You cannot just say that because SB is string buffer, not string. You gotta say SB dot to string. Okay. So now I can say SB dot append. Append. Let's see what's the format I was asking. So account. Okay. So you're gonna append account, open parenthesis, and eventually you're gonna get SB dot append and close parenthesis. That's what we're gonna have. Okay, and then we're gonna have SB dot append. So we're gonna have ID equals. So here we can also say plus. Okay, that might be easier. So you can say ID here. SB dot append, comma. Okay, so there are many ways you can append a string. I'm just trying to show you one way, so you can really try to do other things yourself. Okay, and then balance equals balance. Okay, that's how you define the toString method. And once this is done, we can already test it. So let's go to bank tester here. So now, let's now simply just do the following. So let's do system.out.println ACC1, for example. If you do that, let me just comment this out for now. So if you run it, you're going to see account, exactly what I said, right? You're going to have account, ID equals 34, and balance equals 1500. Okay? So this is simply because we redefined the toString method in the account class. Okay? So this one is done. So let me comment that out. So let's now go to the client class. Okay? So somehow the client is going to have accounts. Okay, let's see what's the formats that we ask for. So it's going to be the client's, okay, client name, and then with the list of accounts. Okay, I see. So now we're going to go to the client class, and then public string to string. Over here, string buffer SB equals new string buffer. And then eventually you would say return SB.toString. Okay, so first of all, we'd say SB.append, the name of the clients, and then SB.append. Let me see. So we'd say, for example, Gene David with account. Okay, so maybe account. So that would be better. Okay, so now let me go back to clients. With accounts like that. So now we are going to need a loop, okay, in order to print each account one by one. So we're going to have for integer I equals 0 I less than number of accounts I plus plus, just like how we did for equals method. And now we're going to say SB dot append. So now for each of the accounts, because we already redefined the toString method in the account class, so we can just use it. So now you can say SB.append accounts I dot toString. That's what we can do, right? Again, we are trying to reuse the toString method from something that we have just redefined. And to pretty print it, you may want to also append a new line afterwards. Okay, that's what we can do. And I think it is done. So let's test it. If you go to bank tester here, so let's try the following. If you say system.out.println, that is C1, client number 1, run it, you will say Jim Davis with accounts. So somehow I would like the new line here. That's why you got to test and try. So let me just go back to the client class. And now I would like to have a new line here. So just put things like that. Go back to tester and do that. So that's the toString for clients. You can see once we print out the first line here, and we're going to run a loop. Each time we're going to call the toString method from the account class. Okay. Okay. Finally, we're going to define the redefine the toString methods for the bank, which is going to be very similar. Very similar. So let me just change this format a little bit so we can have some we can just copy and paste the code. Okay, let's go to the client class. Let me just copy the toString method here. And let me go to the bank class. And we're going to redefine that. So now, string buffer. So we're going to first do the branch with clients. Okay, number of clients. That's it. We're done. You can see now we are trying to call the toString method. And because of dynamic binding, when we are trying to execute this line of code here, because like clients I will have the dynamic type of clients. So that's why toString method will be called the version that's redefined in the client class. Okay. Again, dynamic binding will always be here in Java. That's it. Let's try. Okay, so let's go to bank tester here. And then let's try to comment back the original line we'd like to print out, just B1. If you do that, that's the printout. Something like that. Okay, very good. Of course, depending on what exactly the format you like. So I'm just trying to give you one example. Okay, finally, I would like to show you one more thing. Let's see how the dynamic binding actually works out. If you put a breakpoint over here, so remove the previous one, put a breakpoint right over here when we are trying to print out B1. Okay, so now let's say run debug as Java application. Okay, so now let's step into it. So now let's just go over that. Maybe just something about string buffer. So let's not worry about that. Somehow it doesn't stop there. So let me do it again. Okay. So go back to Java here and then say b1.toString. Maybe I have to call that explicitly in order to stop there. Okay. So run debug as Java application. Okay, step into it. Okay, so now we are indeed in the toString method in the bank, right? So that's dynamic binding because B1 is of type bank. So now go to the first iteration here. So now the version of the toString method that will be called right now will be the version in clients, right? So if you step into it, you're going to see that we are now in the toString method in the client class, right? So now if you step over, go to the first iteration. So now there's going to be another version of the toString method to be called, which will be the version that's redefined in account, right? If you step into it, so now we are indeed in the toString method in the account class. Okay? So that's about dynamic binding. So now we have seen many examples about dynamic binding, not just the examples we saw in the class, but also toString and also equals method. Okay? Very important to note. Any questions? Okay, if you have no questions, then we are done for today. I'm going to post the video